What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games. Welcome back to another SAOIF video. And today's video topic, I actually wanted to discuss the new rare weapons that are going to be dropping pretty soon in the game with the big update that I spoke about prior. If you did not watch that video, go ahead and watch it. I will go ahead and put that video at the end of this one. That's going over all the updates that are coming. But now I wanted to talk about this in particular because I do have some concerns with the rare weapons that are going to be coming to the game. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribing if you guys are new, and let's actually talk about the rare weapons in just a moment. Alright guys, so as I said, rare weapons are coming to the game. Now, that is a good thing because I've said it before, we need some sort of reward for grinding bosses or whatever the case may be, however they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to do it on bosses similar to the avatar stuff, or if they're going to do it as like event rewards. Honestly, I feel like it should be tied to bosses. If it's tied to event rewards, then it really won't be as difficult as they are putting it. Now, here's my concern. They are saying that the rare weapons are going to be one of the most difficult things to obtain in this game. Now, that concerns me because avatar gear is already hard. Like, you have hours upon hours upon hours of grinding for avatar pieces, or like the material in order to craft the avatar gear, and then like it's all for nothing really. Like it's bragging rights, but you don't get any stat bonuses. It's just bragging rights to be like, okay, look, I got the avatar gear, that's it. Like, there's no stat bonuses. But rare weapons obviously would have stat bonuses. They, like, you would grind it out for however they're gonna do it, whether you grind out until the weapon drops, or you grind out the materials in order to craft the weapons. Whatever the case may be, it will have stat improvements, which is a big thing. That is a major deal to have that in this game. Now, it concerns me because if they are doing it in the sense of the avatar gear or the avatar equipment, I can't really call it equipment, it's just avatar stuff. But anyways, if they do it with just like the avatar stuff where we're grinding like crazy to get the materials to craft the weapons, then what happens when you craft it? Is it random stats? I feel like that would be such a bad thing. Like, if you're gonna grind for the weapon, it should not have random stats. It should be set stats. Because if it's random stats, then oh boy, are we gonna have some problems. Because that's just gonna piss people off. Because then they're grinding like crazy for this rare weapon, to create this rare weapon, only to then have it have subpar stats. That's a very scary thought, guys. It's a very scary thought. Not sponsored. And God, like I feel like if they go the route where the weapon just drops on the boss, that might be a little bit easier. Maybe. I mean, think about it this way. You're fighting the boss and it has a random chance, or a low random chance to drop the weapon. And at that point, if it has random stats, or it drops it's a random rare weapon, meaning it could be a dagger, it could be a sword, could be a rapier, whatever the case may be, like it could be any one of those, then I would actually be okay with that, because then you're continuously grinding for the weapon and not so much the materials to only craft it for random stats. So if it drops the gear, or not the gear, drops the weapons with random stats, I would be okay with that because it's randomly dropping these rare weapons. But then at that point, we wouldn't, they can't put a limitation onto how often you can transfer the stats to the weapon. See, I feel like a rare weapon you should be able to transfer the stats an unlimited amount of times because it is a rare weapon. It's not your normal freaking weapon that you grind for on the floors. You're grinding your ass off for this weapon. You should be able to continuously change the stats out until you get the perfect stats that you want on that. And then at that point, it's like you could only do it with another rare weapon. So I feel like that's a good balance if that's the case. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on that one. There's a lot of stuff we could discuss about the rare weapon drop because there's concerns, there's ideas that could be, but again, like, I think like the concerns for me outweighs anything else because knowing how this game is, I feel like they're going to make it so we craft the weapons and it's random stats. And if it is random stats, then again, make it so we can transfer the stats an unlimited amount of times because it is a rare weapon. If not, oh boy. Oh boy. Because imagine you craft the weapon and you only get one stat bonus on it. So what happens? You then transfer another stat bonus onto that weapon and then that's it. You can't transfer a third stat bonus on that weapon. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, another thing they could do is similar to Chaos bosses. Now, Chaos bosses are different because Chaos bosses, you grind and they always, I believe they always drop at least one piece of the avatar gear. And it's limited to how many times you can do it per day. Now, if they do it like that, then that's different because then we're eventually guaranteed to get the rare weapon. And it's still really difficult because Chaos bosses are still pretty difficult. Or, they at least take a long time. But I still, at that point, would be afraid about the random stat bonus. Because, let's be honest, that is a scary thought. Like, you grind. Because imagine, Chaos bosses, you can, we only do it once per day right now. Or something like that. I haven't run Chaos Boss in a while, so I don't know if it's 1 time or 3 times. Whatever the case is, there's a limit to how many times a day we could run Chaos Boss. So imagine, okay, so if it takes 20 pieces of whatever to create the rare weapon, then we have to run the Chaos Boss 20, or whatever boss it is, 20 times. And so that's 20 days. Only for it to then be a random subpar stat. And then we're like, crap. Now I gotta run this thing again. Because I can only add one other stat to this. So, to me, most optimal thing is once you get the rare weapon, you can transfer stats an unlimited amount of times. And then once you're happy with it, you lock it in and then it's done. Then you can't change the stats anymore. Like, you lock it in and that's it. I honestly, I think that would be the best way to do it. Now we'll find out what happens because we could speculate all day, but I just wanted to address my concerns on this, especially moving forward, because if rare weapons becomes a thing, or is becoming a thing, then rare armor could become a thing in the future. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, this is a conversation that we can continuously speculate on. Let me know what your concerns are. Let me know what your hopes are. And let's have that conversation, guys. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new. All that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the comment section below. You guys have a great rest of your day or night or whatever time zone it's at. Right now it's morning time for me. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace out, guys.